Hey bitch, and welcome back to me talking about people I hate. Yeah. You know what's crazy, guys? A lot more people like me than I ever actually realized. You know, I don't really look at myself as somebody who has a fan base or is popular in the equestrian world at all. I just feel like I've been running into fans a lot more often in person, and there have been so many people who are huge fans of me that have started coming to my barn and taking riding lessons. A couple of the girls even work there now, and they're just great. Like, you guys are just so great. You're so amazing to hang out with and have fun with, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Swear to God, I walked into a tack store the other day, and this full-grown woman yells at me from across the store, "Hey, bitch!" And of course I'm like, but I just realized in that moment that a grown woman screaming, "Hey bitch," across a tack store at me is like the pinnacle of success in my life. It's better than any trophy or ribbon that I could put up on my wall. It's better than my future vet degree. Anyway, guys, we're gonna do a Raleigh Reacts video today because why not? I want to have a little bit of fun. My last few videos have been a lot. But before we get into this video, I want to say a massive thank you to this video's sponsor. We love a good sponsor, which is Dossier. If you guys are unfamiliar, Dossier is a luxury perfume company. They believe that everyone should smell like luxury and everyone should have the ability to wear long-lasting, sustainable, and eco-friendly perfumes. Being an equestrian, it's super important to smell good. And I'm not just saying that because I'm being sponsored. I'm saying that because if you don't smell good, it's really gross. And there's times where if I don't wear perfume that is long lasting, which I've known that cheap perfumes do not last for very long, so you have to really dig into your bank account to get yourself some expensive, high quality perfumes that actually last and smell good, so that way you can stay smelling good throughout the day. And let me tell you, Dossier definitely has you covered because they are inexpensive luxury perfumes. And I, oh my God, have just been living my best life over the last couple weeks because now I don't have to dig too far into my bank account to break it every time I want to buy some perfumes. And these last a long time and they smell absolutely great. The sustainability of this company is super important to me. I love working with brands that are not only sustainable and eco-friendly, but limit their carbon footprint as much as possible. They not only have 100% recycled boxes that they ship all their products out in, but every bottle is made of 100% recyclable glass, is plastic free and sustainable. They are clean, vegan, cruelty free, non-toxic, and environmentally free. There's no nasty, useless, or harmful ingredients in any of their perfumes. My current favorite scent is the woody raspberry scent that they sent me. So check out Dossier, guys. I love them. Thank you so much for being an amazing sponsor and sponsoring this video. That link is gonna be down below, but otherwise, let's get into it. These are all submission-based videos. So these are videos that you guys send me to react to, and if you want to send me a video to react to, you can send it to raleighreacts@gmail.com right up there on the screen and in the description down below. Also, I forgot to mention that this is a new background. Well, it's not really a new background. This is my office slash studio slash school room. Anyway, basically my point is, there's a new film angle. I've been rambling too much. Let's get into it. Oh my God. It's a racing video. I knew that this video was gonna start out with a shitty video because I was in such a good mood that something had to ruin it. There's a lot of people in the racing industry that I do not like that, in fairness, do not like me. And I've had it out with a couple people in person that I've run into that have just chewed me out, man. Chewed me out. Here's a bit of fun. A 3-year-old returning to training after the winter break, and he clearly has other ideas about 2022. Okay, well. You know, honestly, I think Shelby Dennis does a much better job of discussing a lot of these negative or controversial racing videos than I do, because she actually has her hands in the industry, or did at one point. I don't know if she still works in the industry. I mean, what do you expect? You know, these horses are not trained, and they just run around in circles, and all they know how to do is run, and they're disposable for the most part. It's just not worth it. I hate the racing industry, even though I've met a lot of really good people in the industry, and I don't think all of them are bad, but I just think the racing industry doesn't really value the lives of the horses that are in it. And I think the thing I hate the most about the racing industry is when they come out and they say, we're horse people and we care about the horses too. Yeah, but you're literally exploiting them, and you're making money off them. And well, yeah, but we don't care just about the money. We don't care about this. I mean, stop. You know what I mean? Ugh. Oh my God. TikTok is the site for the worst equestrian content, just total garbage content, because you don't have to put effort into what you post on TikTok. That basically means that most of the content on TikTok is trash. It's always people wanting to do dumb shit around horses that don't wear helmets, you know? If there's another adult that doesn't want to ride in a helmet, I'm like, whatever, that's your choice. I think kids should ride in helmets always, but my personal thing about the helmet issue is that if you're gonna do something stupid or dangerous or high risk, wear a fucking helmet or protective gear. If you're just gonna do some leisurely riding, I don't really care if people wear helmets or not, because that's your choice. Like, it's a low risk environment anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Even though I get it, you know, there are people who believe that you should always ride with helmets, and I get that. But why is it always the people who do stupid shit that don't ride in helmets?
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool.
Wait, did they play the Shrek soundtrack as if the horse was the dumb one? Bro, or are you playing that as if you're the dumb one? Because you should. First of all, this horse clearly doesn't know how to stand tied, or is scared or nervous, or something is going on. Then the horse rears up and flips over and could have literally broke its neck or started hemorrhaging. Why would you post a video like this? Do you see how fucking close this horse gets to hitting his head? They are so lucky. They are so lucky this horse did not slam his head down on the side of that trailer. Not to mention that a horse even pulling back on a rope halter like that is dangerous anyway, but what it looks like is the horse is just not used to the saddle. They strapped a saddle on his back, they're putting him in an uncomfortable situation and forcing him to stay tied with a rope halter that they know he can't break, that could cause severe damage to his poll or his neck structure if he pulls back. This is horrible for a horse's conformation, health. This is incredibly dangerous and stupid. The horse could have died. The horse could have had severe bleeding internally in his head if he had slammed it down onto that. He could have cracked his skull. There's just so many things. He could have snapped his neck. That's horrible. I cannot believe that they would post that to the internet with a funny soundtrack. You guys should actually be ashamed of yourselves. What's your name? KK Scott 13. Be ashamed of yourself. KK Scott. It's always the rednecks, man, I'm telling you. Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right there. First of all, I think she's doing a really good job. I think she's riding incredibly well. I like when she asked him to back up but wasn't applying too much pressure to make him feel trapped, make him feel like he couldn't move, and then eventually rearing up and flipping over. She did a really good job of handling that and getting him under control and petting him and, you know, trying to keep him relaxed and comfortable. I don't think he's spooking. I'm only a minute and 43 seconds in, but I don't think he's spooking. Initially, I thought he might be spooking to something, but the longer this goes on, the more it seems like there's something going on with the horse. I don't know. Something. It just does not look normal the way that he's moving. I think that's a really good example of exactly how that should go down, because she handled it really well. She stayed incredibly calm. I don't think that the horse was spooking. It looks like the type of reaction a horse gives when they're stung by a bee or bit by a horsefly or something like that. I've had that happen to my horses before. And again, I mean, nobody knows because we weren't there. We weren't riding the horse. But it just seems like there was something going on with the horse in those few minutes. Maybe it got something stuck in its foot, or the saddle was pinching in a weird spot, or like something was happening, because that whole situation just seems really bizarre to me. But I think she handled it incredibly well, and I just hope that the horse got looked at afterwards just to make sure everything was okay. But I think she handled it really well. You cannot expect a horse to be just this perfect machine. Horses are animals. They have bad days, and it's okay because people have bad days too. You know, you have to forgive yourself when you have bad days, even if it's a competition day and you're an athlete and you screw up. And she did a really good job. I really like to see riders behave that way instead of a lot of times you see riders, unfortunately, get really frustrated with their animals and really upset. And she was able to diffuse the situation in just a few minutes. People who are in the equestrian community need to have more emotional control and realize that animals are not these mindless machines that will do whatever you want them to do. They're living, breathing animals, and that's okay. You should not expect your animal to just do everything you want. So it's nice to see somebody who is understanding and compassionate with their animal. And, you know, her horse had a bad day and she's okay with that. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's Raleigh Reacts video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video, but make sure to check out Dossier again. That link is going to be the first link available in the description. Thank you so much for sponsoring me. I love you guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.